Good afternoon everyone, Nadia here again. I've got the next reading of the Truth Scriptures Tahanak, and we're now up to Barashiyt, son named Genesis, chapter 40. Into it. It came to be after these things that the king of Matsar's butler and baker both offended him. Barashiyt was angry with his two officials, the chief butler and the chief baker, so he put them in confinement. The house of the captain of the guard, in the prison, the place where Yusuf was a prisoner. The captain of the guard put Yusuf in charge of them, and he served them. They continued in confinement for some time. While they were in prison, the chief butler and chief baker of the king of Matsar both dreamed a dream. Each man had his own dream on the same night, and each dream had a meaning of its own. Yusuf came to them in the morning and saw that they were sad. He asked Barashiyt's officials who were with him in confinement in his master's house, "Why do you look so sad today?" They said to him, "We have both dreamed a dream, and there is no one who can interpret it." Yusuf said to them, "Do interpretations not belong to Allah? Please tell them to me." So the chief butler told his dream to Yusuf and said to him, "In my dream a vine was in front of me, and on the vine were 3 branches. When it budded, its blossoms came out, and then it produced clusters of ripe grapes. Barashiyt's cup was in my hand. I took the grapes and pressed them into Barashiyt's cup, and I put the cup into Barashiyt's hand." Yusuf said to him, "This is the interpretation of the dream. The 3 branches represent 3 days. Within 3 days, Barashiyt will lift up your head and restore you to your office again, and you will put Barashiyt's cup in his hand, just as you did when you were his butler. But remember me when it goes well with you, and show kindness. Please make mention of me to Barashiyt, and bring me out of this place that I am in. Truly I was stolen away from the land of Abarim, and I have done nothing here that they should have put me into this dungeon." When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said to Yusuf, "I also had a dream. There were 3 baskets of white bread on my head. On the top of the basket were all sorts of baked foods for Barashiyt, and the birds were eating them out of the basket on my head." Yusuf answered and said, "This is the interpretation of your dream. The 3 baskets represent 3 days. Within 3 days, Barashiyt will lift up your head and will hang you from a tree, and the birds will eat away your flesh." It came to be on the 3rd day, which was Barashiyt's birthday, that he had a feast for all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and the head of the chief baker among his servants. He restored the chief butler to his butlership again, and the butler put the cup into Barashiyt's hand, But he hung the chief baker, just as Yusuf had interpreted to them. Yet the chief butler did not remember Yusuf and forgot about him.